WMNH Rip the Knob Off.
Who the is Matt Connarton? You're not Matt Connarton. And it was so fake because it's AI or whatever. Who the is Matt Connarton, babe? What's wrong? It's not valid. It's incorrect. It's wrong. Matt Connarton? Who the is Matt Connarton?
You're listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed on WMNH 95.3.
Right now on WMNH 95.3 FM and Matt Connarton Unleashed, we have an exclusive world radio premiere. This isn't coming out until July 31st, but you heard it here first. The brand new single from Yon Mon, Summertime Love.
Freshness in the air. You open up the doors and the flowers everywhere. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You look to the sky and the sunshine up above. You look all around, all you see is love. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Feel it, feel it, feel it.
There you have it. That's a world radio premiere of the new single from Yon Mon. That is called Summertime Love. That is coming out July 31st, but you heard it here first on Matt Connarton Unleashed here at WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire. Of course, we are live. Today is July 25, 2026. Hello, everybody. And of course, you can go to mattconnerton.com/unleashed for your updated list of live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. And joining us right now in studio, we have Nikolai Kane, who also his project is called, and we were just discussing this before the show, the best way to pronounce it. I think Knosiva sounds, oh, let me get that mic on. I think we agreed on that.
Yeah.
Knosiva. It was either Knosiva or Knosiva. I was musing about this at the beginning of the show today. Like, I got to just ask him what's the best way to say this, but you've got a great new single, which we're going to play in a little bit. But this Sanctum of the Unseen, which I really like. I can't wait to share this with everybody.
Awesome. Thank you.
And it's brand new, right? Like because you sent this to me yesterday. So that's how new the song is.
So I've been working on it for like at least the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I completely finished everything within the last like 3 days.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So this is very new. We also have, last time you were here, we played Eternal Serpent Scream. And we might fit that in too today, just to kind of remind people of that song. That's also a really great track. But what is this? So the song Sanctum of the Unseen, what is this about exactly?
Simply put, it's about how people use religion to brainwash people and how they use it to poison the minds of youth one way or another, whether it's through, forms of abuse, whatever, and rewriting everything that goes on in the world to fit their narrative. Like, people have said many times that if you read the Bible, there's a lot of things that seem to be missing, and they've proven that it's been rewritten countless times. So what's real, what's not. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in the Midwest, and the church was something that, originally seemed like a good idea because it was something that I grew up with my family. But then it just became very poisonous to me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's an amalgamation of all the horrible things that people do in the name of religion.
Doing a song like this, because you mentioned your background growing up in the Midwest, was this cathartic for you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. In the lyrics of the song, did you feel like you were kind of saying things that you maybe wanted to say, or you were thinking about growing up? Like, was it kind of a release in that sense?
Yeah, there's the chorus line is, underneath the cross they burn, every soul they swore to turn. And that is definitely a obvious reference to like witch hunting.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on in the world right now, and I don't like to use the word witch hunt just because it's used in a very negative connotation, mainly from like the alt-right. Mm-hmm. But it is something that, especially in today's world, is very prominent. And I wanted to put that into this song, and that is also why the image that I sent you mm-hmm. is an idea that we're probably going to end up going with for the album cover.
Okay.
But that is why I also picked the photo of the woman burning at the stake.
Oh yeah, and visually it's quite stunning. I really like it, and I think it definitely goes with the song. Is that image something you designed, or did someone else do that? Or
no, I reached out to Jonah, actually, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, and I was like, hey, this is what I would like to do. Can we do this?
Yeah.
And then like that day, he messed around with some ideas. The one thing that I definitely wanted to point out, because a lot of people don't notice this for some reason, the photo is a crown of thorns over her eyes, like a blindfold instead of a blindfold. And I did that also, again, as a metaphor of how like religion being poisonous can blind people. Mm-hmm. So mm-hmm. I wanted to make sure that I put that on there as well. Right.
I've always kind of thought of it as I'm not a religious person myself, but I was raised Catholic, and I've always kind of thought of it as it's not that religion itself is bad. It's that what people do with it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
The concept of religion is not a bad thing to me.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of Christianity is to treat people the way that you want to be treated and help people when they need it. But if you're cherry picking, that's a problem.
All that Jesus stuff.
Yeah. but cherry picking is the issue.
It's beyond. To me, organized religion, not just Christianity, but organized religion in general, I feel is more political than spiritual. It really has nothing to do with
100%. That is the problem.
It's like what I can never remember the exact quote verbatim, but what was it that Gandhi said? It's about Christianity. It's not that I don't like, I like your Christ. I just don't like your Christians. They are so unlike your Christ.
Yes.
Or as a close friend of mine used to say, who unfortunately passed away, but he used to say, he paraphrased it in his own way. He said, Christianity is a great idea. Somebody should try it.
Now, wasn't Gandhi also Hindu or Buddhist, or what was he?
Hindu, yeah.
Okay, so what's interesting about that is that Knosiva obviously is a reference to Shiva, mm-hmm. and we talked about this last time about how like Eternal Serpent Scream and why I chose the name is because It's all about light and dark energies and positive and negative and all that. But yellow is a color that I've been using a lot. Like my contacts are yellow, my nails are yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it's a metaphor that they use in certain religions like Buddhism and Hinduism, and they use it about like your higher self, whether that's nirvana or whatever you want to call it by name.
Okay.
But yellow is a color that is used in those regions of the world to use like metaphorically to show this is about transformation
Okay.
into something new, something better, something higher self. And that's basically what Knosiva is all about.
Okay. I didn't know that about the color yellow. That's interesting. That's interesting.
I wanted to be a theology professor once.
Oh, no kidding. Really?
I have an associate's degree in theology studies, but
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, I know. A lot of people don't.
I'll be damned. No pun intended. Oh, that's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and play this track. I'm dying to share
Awesome.
this with everybody. And this is, you get the world premiere bumper ahead of it because it is
Sweet.
the world radio premiere. And again, this isn't even on the streaming services yet, is it?
No, this was, I made a Facebook page
Yeah.
a couple days ago, and I invited a bunch of people. So hopefully there are some people that are, watching and might comment or whatever. But
Yeah.
I did this as a pre-release because I wanted to try and draw more people in before I actually put it out.
Okay. All right. Very good. So here it is. This is the world radio premiere of the new track from Knosiva, Sanctum of the Unseen.
You are listening to WMNH 95.3.
World premiere.
I didn't even want to talk over the end of it. It was so cool. I love it. Sanctum of the Unseen, Knosiva. And we have Nikolai Kane of Knosiva here live in studio. And yeah, I love that track. Anybody in your family hear that?
I tried sending it to my brother, and he's just not about, like, he's like, yeah, I'm proud of you, but like, that's just not my thing.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, that sounds so much better than I thought it would on the radio.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. Good. That's good to hear. Yeah, absolutely. No, I really like that a lot. Tell me about the production of these, of the songs that you do. And like I said, later we'll fit in the previous song, the last time you were here too, because I really like that one a lot also. But I mean, what's your production technique? Because Knosiva, is it all you, or?
No, it's me and Jonah.
You and Jonah.
It's
Okay.
a collaborative effort. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Same thing with the one before. Like, I'll reach out to him, tell him an idea that I have, and we'll work on it together throughout a couple weeks, month, however long it takes.
Yeah.
But again, it was the same thing as before. The difference is an entire year had gone by.
Right.
And during that time frame, what he was learning to do for production got tremendously better in a year's time frame. I also practiced my vocals and got better at those. I upgraded from like a $200 microphone to a $600 microphone. You can clearly tell the difference.
Yep.
So there was a lot of time set aside to work on the things that I wanted to work on and practice the things that I wanted to practice, so that if I knew I was going to do this, I wanted to do it right, and I wanted to do it well.
Right. And in terms of like, instrumentation, guitars and keyboards and everything, is that you? Is that him?
That's Jonah.
That's Jonah doing that part. How did you and Jonah meet? Because obviously, this collaboration of the two of you is, as we can hear, it works really well.
So, to go back to what you were asking a second ago, first I'll tell you this: my plan is to eventually do more hands-on stuff. The reason that it is the way that it is now is because he's all the way in Texas and we're in New England. So
yeah,
if it was more like a thing where I could be in a room with him, I 100% would be doing more hands-on.
Yeah.
It just works the way that it is, and
Yeah.
I appreciate the way that it is. So I'm not gonna ruin a good thing.
Right.
Why change it if it's good?
Right.
So as far as meeting him, he was in a band called Asylum Black, which is an industrial metal band, and they're also out of Texas, I believe. And that was back in the early 2000s, back on MySpace days.
Okay.
So I was following him because of that. And then within the last couple years, I don't remember exactly how I found him. I think I found him through like a mutual friend. Like he was in a band with that guy, and I was like, oh, I remember this guy. So I added him. We started talking, and that's how that started.
Okay.
And I should point out also, because again, this isn't released yet, but that is Jonah with me on there.
Okay.
Vocally. So
Oh,
like
cool.
the chorus part where it's like underneath the cross they burn, his vocals are layered into mine, so it sounds like two people.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Okay.
And then the part where it's underneath the altar voices cry, that's Jonah by
Okay.
himself.
Okay.
But as far as like lyrics and the composition, as far as the idea, the imagery and all that comes from me. I reach out to him and I say, this is what I want to do. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him and I was like, I want you to actually do some Asylum Black stuff on this. Can you do that? And he's like, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So he was telling me recently that kind of gave him, lit a fire under him to get him to be like, oh, I haven't done this in like 10 years. This makes me want to do this again.
Oh, no kidding.
So that made me feel good too, because,
Oh, that's cool.
when I told him, I was like, this is the reason I wanted to work with you in the first place, because
Yep.
of Asylum Black. He was like, dude, I haven't heard anybody talk about that band in 10 years. That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted him to be featured on here as Asylum Black.
Oh, that makes sense. If you're just joining us, we have Nikolai Kane here from Knosiva, and we've been talking about the new single, Sanctum of the Unseen. I keep wanting to say Spectrum. I don't know why.
I can see why.
It just kind of looks like it on the screen to me. I'm curious. So the previous track that we played the last time that you were on, Eternal Serpent Scream, was the process similar? Because you worked with Jonah on that one too, obviously, right? So was the process similar, or I mean, obviously you've made some upgrades, like you said, in terms of the microphone and things that you've learned, and things that he's learned too, I'm sure. But I mean, was the basic process similar?
Basic process was similar, yeah, but it was just, as we'll get into a little bit later, there were a lot of things that were going on during the time frame of my life last year that I was kind of doing this. Originally, I wanted to do it for me, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was trying to impress certain people that were, backstabby and snake-like. I have no, affiliation with any of those people anymore. I completely cut them out of my life.
Right.
But the basic process, yes, was similar. He didn't do any vocals though.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, do you want to talk about that? Like, well, what's happened to you and what you've been through and
I'm not really sure what I can and can't say being on the radio, but for lack of a better word, there was a lot of persecution type of stuff that was going on. I was dealing with an ex of mine who is involved with the very far alt-right.
Okay.
And in and out of court type stuff. So a lot of the time frame that I was trying to work on music, I wasn't in the right headspace.
Yeah.
That's mentally taxing as well.
Oh yeah.
I fell down a flight of stairs at my job. And,
oh my God.
And broke my back and messed up my ACL. So I had to completely just stop doing everything physical for a while. And then on top of that, I unfortunately got back into drugs for a little while. And I'm, at this point, I think next month it'll be a year that I've been clean from that.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's excellent. Excellent.
But I don't know. I completely changed my entire outlook on life, and I tried to be more positive. And I don't associate with certain energies of people anymore. And
yeah.
If you serve me no purpose, then I don't want anything to do with you, because if you're just negative, you're going to drag me down, and I don't want that.
Yeah. You don't need that negativity. I'm curious about that. So you actually broke your back. That's brutal.
Yeah, I slipped like a lumbar disc or two or something like that. Yeah, I fell down like 14 steps.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I used to work for a delivery service for food.
Yeah.
So we would go to these restaurants all over New England, and there was one in Boston that at the top of the stairs was slippery, and this is a problem. We had told them several times, like, you got to make sure this is taken care of. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
And you're pushing a dolly cart down the stairs with 300 plus pounds worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's all it took. Is I started to go down, I slipped.
Oh my God.
And it catapulted me over and just right down the stairs.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Brutal. How long were you down with that? I mean, that
I was physically not really able to do a whole lot for, I would say, the first 3 or 4 months, but then I got put on light duty work. But I also, I wasn't on crutches or anything, but I did have to have physical therapy and wear leg braces and all that stuff. So it wasn't fun.
I am curious. I mean, if you don't want to answer this, I understand, but I'll just ask, because you mentioned, returning to the drug use. And I'm curious if that was directly related to your injury, because, obviously I can only imagine I can't imagine the pain that you must have been in.
No, it wasn't related because of that. That was more because of the mental anguish that I was dealing with during the time frame, and all the people, and thinking people that you thought were your friends are stabbing you in the back and talking crap about you behind your back.
Yep.
That was because of all of that. But just in general, everything that had been going on in the entire world during that time frame was just too much to handle.
Yeah.
And I hadn't touched, I drink socially. I don't smoke weed really anymore or anything like that. So doing something like that for the first time in almost 2 decades of my life, maybe a part of it was I'm getting older. I'm almost to my next decade of life. Am I trying to hold on to some form of younger self? And that was why a lot of the things that happened transformed me now into the person that I am, is the complete opposite. It's more positive. It's about living life to the fullest.
Yeah.
So, and I've even reached out to other friends who struggle with addiction and trying to be like, hey, you need someone to talk to. hit me up anytime.
Oh, that's excellent. That's very positive. Do you still have that job?
No.
Yeah, good.
It was a horrible company to work for. The people in general were just awful on top of it.
Really? Yeah. How were they about handling your injury?
They decided they were going to dock my pay by like a good $7 underpay and have me push a broom around.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was not worth my time.
I hope you sued them.
I tried.
Yeah. Oh,
They had good lawyers, but it did not work.
Oh, that's a bummer. Well, so we should play. Why don't we play this Eternal Serpent's Scream? This is Eternal Serpent's Scream. This is the track that we featured the first time that you were here on the show with us, and I think we should play that since we've been talking about a lot of what you were going through back then. Because you even mentioned, so the last time that you were on the show, by the way, because we talked about this a little bit off air, but that was kind of during that period, right?
Absolutely. It was like at the very beginning of it, and it just progressively got worse.
Yeah. And I couldn't, for the record, I couldn't tell that there was anything wrong, when you were here. But having said that, I can tell that it's obviously you're in a better place now.
Much better.
Even though I couldn't detect at the time that there was anything wrong, but it was also the first time meeting you as well.
Yeah.
Whereas, but I can see the change. I can see the difference in you now, which is very, very cool. So,
I would like to point something out real quick.
Yeah.
To any of the people who haven't listened to this before, obviously this is a year ago that this came out. The production is not as good as the one that we just listened to,
right?
Some of the Unseen. So just bear with me, but
still very good though.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
There is an idea that I might toss around to Jonah that either we remix this and remaster it so it sounds just as good and add it to the album, or maybe just strip it down to bare bones and completely redo it.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
But to make it better,
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I do think it's really good, and that's why we're going to play it now. I still think this is a really good track. But here it is. If you're just joining us, of course, we have Nikolai Kane of Knosiva here with us live in studio, and let's give this a spin. This is Eternal Serpent's Scream. that is Eternal Serpent's Scream from Knosiva, and we have Nikolai Kane of Knosiva here with us in studio. And we were talking off air about that and how much you've worked on your vocals over the last year, and you were telling me about how much you've how you practice and I can definitely hear the difference. I still like that track a lot, but you were also talking about maybe redoing it, and we talked about that in the last segment. But no, I think it's really good. But it would be interesting to hear a newer version of that with your improved vocal ability. I've always been fascinated by people who can even do that with your voice. Is that difficult to learn to be able to? Because obviously, when you're learning to sing like that, to vocalize like that, you run the risk if you do it wrong. And I guess with any kind of singing, really, but especially something like that where there's some, sort of a low growl. If you do it wrong, you could really screw up your vocal cords, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, some people naturally can do it, and some people really have to put some time in.
Yeah.
The trick is using your diaphragm. Now, for me, I have found that I have a more natural, like, false chords fry scream, which is that more sound.
Yeah.
And my voice is naturally, like, more of a baritone, which is weird because when it comes to lows, they're not that easy for me to do.
Really?
So everybody is different, and they always say, like, you got to practice makes perfect. But learning to use your diaphragm, that is the key to it. If you don't, you will mess up your throat. You will destroy your vocal cords.
Yeah.
I have strained my vocal cords many times before.
Yeah.
But I have friends who are also metal musicians. My buddy Ross is like a very, very intelligent musician, in person, just in general. But he is very good at what he does.
Yeah.
And he has taught me a couple of tricks and said, like, oh, well, you got to make sure that you're feeling this. And if you don't feel that, then you're using your throat. You're not using your diaphragm.
Okay.
So the trick is, like I said, using and learning to use your diaphragm. And then everybody has their own flair to what they do. Everybody has their own unique sound, but you got to find what your sound is.
Yeah.
So when I originally did the beginning of the new song, Sanctum, I tried a method of a Japanese artist that I really like, and I've seen him live and I've seen him do this, and I wanted to try see if I could do it, what it would sound like.
Yeah.
But you more or less like vibrate your throat with your hand, like you're hitting yourself in the throat.
Okay.
So I tried that, and it came out interesting, but it wasn't the sound that I wanted to go for. It was very creepy though.
Really? Yeah.
But maybe I'll try, and work with that idea later on in the future.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I am also curious about influences. I'm sure we talked about it last time. I don't remember, but
We talked about it last time, yeah. But as far as like musical influences general, there's too damn many.
yeah.
For this kind of stuff, though, I would say there's definitely like, there's more of that industrial aspect. There's relevance to stuff that I grew up listening to. Like the one that I keep hearing people talk about to me specifically when they've heard both of these is they think that it's very reminiscent of the band Velvet Acid Christ.
Okay. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, they're an older band.
Cool name.
They've been around for quite some time, late 80s, early 90s. But what's ironic about that is, like, I mean, I've listened to a couple of their songs.
Yeah.
I never really, like, called them an influence or listened to them and said, like, oh, I really love this band. I've heard a couple songs.
Yeah.
But when people are saying, like, you should go listen to this band because this sounds like that, some of that is probably going to naturally come out because you heard it once upon a time. But as far as, like, influences in general, like, there's just too many. But like the guy I was mentioning a minute ago, his name's Kyo. He's the vocalist of a Japanese band called Deer and Gray. He has the most insane vocal range I've ever heard. He has like 12 different octaves.
Really?
I think we talked about this last time a little bit.
Yeah.
He learned to throat sing with monks, and I don't know. It's just
Wow.
He's just very fascinating to me. So I've watched interviews where he talks about how he does things.
Yeah.
So he's kind of an influence. There's just there's a lot of people that are influences to me. I also am a big fan of Des Fafara from Coal Chamber and Devil
Okay.
Driver.
Yep.
He has this nasty sound in his voice. Chad Gray from Hell Yeah and Mudvayne.
Yep.
He has a really big influence on me. I like the way that his, fry screams and false chords are. So I try to take a little bit of all of that. Also, like Nine Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson, stuff like that. I try to take everything and mix it together and try to find my sound.
Right. No, that makes sense. When you were growing up, did you imagine? I mean, probably not, but because you told me about how you grew up. But I mean, did you ever kind of imagine that this is what you'd be doing?
This is something I've always wanted to do.
Is it? Yeah.
It's just because of where I came from. I didn't necessarily have the environment of musicians.
Right.
So if you want to make certain kinds of music, you got to go to where that scene is.
Right.
And I'm not saying there's not an industrial metal scene out there, but you got to go to like Chicago, you got to go to Michigan, you got to go places like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do that, and I would meet people through my travels at shows or whatever. But I never thought that it would bring me to New England and I would actually accomplish and be sitting here for the second time talking to you on a radio station. No, I didn't think that would ever happen.
Yeah.
But again, I've been a musician on and off since I was 15 years old. I've played in metal bands. I've played in folk acoustic bands,
Have you?
electronic bands. Punk bands was the first thing I started out with. Ironically enough, we were talking about this earlier, but one of the first bands I ever played in was a Christian metal band.
Was it? Yeah.
Trying to see if I can remember what the name was. Advocate the Martyr, I think is what it was.
Advocate the Martyr.
Yeah, it was like
It's a cool name.
metal band. It was like Christian influence.
There's some good. I know some people will chuckle at that, but there's some really good Christian rock bands. I used to years ago. Again, I'm not a religious person myself, but I worked for a promoter who was involved in, I think now it's just called Soul Fest, but originally it was the Inside Out Soul Festival.
Yeah.
And a few summers in a row, I was, because I was being paid, I worked that festival, and I saw some bands I liked. There was some good stuff there.
I saw the Christian metal band Red and Devil Driver before they were, or not Devil Driver, Demon Slayer, whatever they're called. I'm trying to think. There's a big Christian metal band. I'm trying to remember what they're called, but Red was one of them.
Okay.
And I saw them before they were anybody.
Yeah.
And I think they're like now like not even associated with Christianity, which is kind of ironic, but
Yeah.
Other influences that I just remembered, like I grew up listening to a lot of the like the time frame when I was in high school. There was like alternative bands and stuff, but there was also that mid-range 2003, 2005. That's when like that hardcore scene came in. That's when things started becoming more like bands like what are they called? Suicide Silence with Mitch Looker originally.
Yeah.
They were a huge influence on me. Other bands like another Texas band, ironically, was oh man, I just lost my train of thought. I can't think of what the hell they're called.
Yeah.
But a lot of bands, and it's just ironic that some of those bands are from Texas or whatever. And now I'm working with someone who's from Texas.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good music that comes out of that state. We've had especially like Austin and Dallas, Fort Worth. We've had a lot of guests who've joined us remotely, especially in the last couple of years, who are from Texas. I think last week we had somebody on from Austin. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff that comes out of Texas, especially metal.
Well, that's what we were talking about last time. I think I said that Corpus Christi was the metal capital of the U.S.
Yeah.
I believe that's true.
Yeah. There's a lot of great stuff that comes out of there. If you're just joining us, we have Nikolai Kane from Knosiva. And what's next for you? Or do you know? I mean, obviously, this is brand new, the new single, Sanctum of the Unseen. But do you know? I mean, I know you're kind of toying with the idea of redoing Eternal Serpent Scream. But do you know what's next? Do you have another new song you're working on? Or
so originally, when I was here the first time, the plan was, before all the craziness happened, was to release that then release the next song, then release another song, and then work on, promoting it as much as possible,
Yep.
finding live members. Everything fell apart.
Yeah.
So now that we are where we are now, excuse me, everything is completely shifted for the better.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do now is release, I think, one more. So there'll be 3 singles.
Okay.
And in that time frame, either create something completely new, or, like I had mentioned, maybe just remastering and remixing Eternal,
Okay.
and then putting those 3 out there for the viewing public and just promote as much as possible. Find live members, because I really want to do this live.
Yeah.
And then from there, make a music video.
Okay.
That is the plan. And then eventually, like, write the rest of the album, promote it, go out, play.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the dream goal, but
Right.
reality has a way of kicking you in the nuts.
If you're determined to get there, you'll get there.
Well, I'm definitely determined, as you can see.
You are. No, I believe it. I believe it.
Job for a Cowboy was that band I was thinking of.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah. Job
Sorry.
for a Cowboy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huge influence in high school.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, so I think what we'll do to close out the segment, I think we'll do, we'll play the new single again. Of course, if you're just joining us, we have Nikolai Kane from Knosiva, and the new single is called "Sanctum of the Unseen." And this is not on the streaming platforms yet, correct?
No, and it's also featuring Jonah Hernandez from Asylum Black.
Jonah Hernandez, Asylum Black. That's another cool band.
It is a really cool name.
And this is. Do you know when this is going to be available on digital platforms, or?
I'm thinking I'm going to probably try and release it within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay. But if you're listening to the show on July 25th live, you are hearing it here first. So we're very happy to be the first ones to have this, and happy to have you back, and I'm glad you're doing so much better.
Thank you, man. It's been a wonderful experience coming back, and I really appreciate you having me again. After everything that happened this past year, this has been such a blessing to have again.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm very glad. And where's the best place for people to go online to keep up with everything that you're doing?
I mostly post on my Knosiva page directly, which is on Facebook. It's just Knosiva on Facebook.com.
Okay.
But I also post fairly regularly on my TikTok page, which is also just Knosiva.
And we should spell that for people too.
Knosiva. Knosiva.
Knosiva. Very good. Very good. All right. And Nikolai Kane of Knosiva, thank you again so much. And if you are listening live on Saturday, we've got a Superbug coming up in the 3rd hour. And I've been texted. They have arrived. But we will close out this segment with this, the brand new single from Knosiva, Sanctum of the Unseen.
Thank you.
listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed on WMNH 95.3.
Right now on WMNH 95.3 FM and Matt Connarton Unleashed, we have an exclusive world radio premiere. This isn't coming out until July 31st, but you heard it here first. The brand new single from Jan Mon, Summertime Love.
Freshness in the air. You open up the doors and there's flowers everywhere. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You look to the sky and the sunshine up above. You look all around, all you see is love. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Feel it, feel it, feel it.
The Alzheimer's Foundation of America is holding a free educational conference on September 16th as part of its Educating Across America tour to provide New Hampshire residents with information about brain health, caregiving, early detection, support services, and more. It will take place at the Bedford Event Center. Learn more or register for the free Alzheimer's educational program by visiting alzfdn.org.
Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria.
From Nana's hands to your plate, tradition, love, and taste that's great. Slow fermented dough, flavor so true. Each bite a story made just for you.
603-232-9366. Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria, 15 Dartmouth Drive, Auburn, New Hampshire.
Nana's Kitchen and Pizzeria.
Luigi's Pizza Bar and Grill.
Pizza for everyone. Let's raise a slice on high toppings all around. It's a pizza party, oh my.
Luigi's Luigi's Pizza Bar and Grill, 712 Valley Street, Manchester. Come on in or call 622-1021. Luigi, keeping the tradition alive since 1975.
Pizza for everyone. Come join the feast tonight. With each slice and topping, everything feels so right.
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craig & Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craig & Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Visit CraigGetZoulis.com for a free consultation. Craig & Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry, located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at QueenCityCabinetryNH.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Hey everyone, this is Rob Azevedo, host of Granite State of Mind, and I want to tell you about Pembroke City Limits in the historic Suncook Village. PCL is an award-winning bar, restaurant, and music venue where there's live music 5 days a week and twice on Saturdays. Everything from blues, country, folk, funk, and a whole lot of jazz. We have 12 craft beers on tap dedicated to local brewers in the area and some of the friendliest bartenders around. Please come visit Pembroke City Limits at 134 Main Street, the historic Suncook Village, only 6 miles outside of Manchester. Open Tuesdays to Wednesdays, 4 to 10, Thursdays to Sunday, 11 to 10. Pembroke City Limits, where it's all about the music.
Diz's Cafe is the place to put a smile on your face. Judy and the crew will take care of you. Bring your appetite and treat your taste buds right. Diz's Cafe is always a winning choice. Breakfast, lunch, or supper. Diz's Cafe at 860 Elm Street in downtown Manchester. Dine in, take out, or make a reservation. Call 603-606-2532. Eat, drink, and be happy. Diz's Cafe.
When it comes to keeping WMNH on the air and your own personal or business computer needs, trust Groland Computers. Located on Elm Street in Manchester, Groland handles computer repair, virus removal, and custom-built systems. Are you looking for budget-friendly options? Check out our selection of fully inspected used computers. We offer tailored on-site solutions. No unnecessary expenses here. Visit Groland.com or call Groland Computers at 603-645-0101. Your tech, your way. Trust Groland Computers.
Midnight. 7 times out of 10, we listen to our music at night. Thus spawned the title of this program.
Late Night Delight with DJ Midas, right here on WMNH Manchester.
You want to know why? Because I'm on the radio.
Saturdays and Sunday nights, midnight to 4 a.m.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
Behold the harmony of airwaves as you immerse yourself in the captivating frequencies of WMNH-LP, the sonic heartbeat of Manchester, transcending through the ether at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation. Our transmissions emanate from the zenith of 1000 Elm Street. Venture into the heart of our creative realm at 119 Canal Street, where innovation and sound collide. We bear the imprimatur of Manchester Public Television Service in the venerable city of Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. today. Enrich your auditory journey with the depth of our licensed resonance. Dispatch your missives to WMNH953@gmail.com or traverse the virtual corridors of WMNHradio.org. Engage with our sonic vibrations by communing with us through the digital channels. Your radio beckons, eager to enthrall you with its mesmerizing cadence and envelop you in a symphony of boundless auditory wonder.